can beat the Detroit Lions in this game. One thing that the Seahawks got to do this weekend to beat the Lions is to strike early. I want them to score 10, 14, 17 points in the first quarter. I want to see a very, very high-scoring first quarter because the strength of the Detroit Lions defense right now is their powerful running game. Let's just be honest. They ran up and down the Kansas City Chiefs at will, which ultimately opens up their passing game, right? If you strike early, you force a team out of what they're comfortable. You force the team out of wanting or the ability to run the ball. And they have to pass the ball because they're playing catch up. If you're up 17-0 after the first quarter, you cannot run the ball. You cannot be the Tennessee Titans and run the ball and win the game. That's just not going to happen. They have to strike early. Number two is they have to find their rhythm on offense. They had 112 yards passing last week, and their leading rusher only had 64 yards. They had a total of just over 200 yards total offense versus the LA Rams. Yes, the Rams still have Aaron Donald and yada, 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 right? But they have to find some rhythm on the offensive side of the ball. The Seahawks have way too many weapons on the offensive side of the ball to only be passing for 112 yards. You have the rookie Smith from Ohio State. You still have DK Metcalf. You have the most underrated receiver in the NFL, Tyler Lockett. You have Kenneth Walker III. Geno Smith just has to not suck, and they will do well. So get some rhythm on the offensive side of the ball. And number three, the defensive line needs to continue to play great. Yes, they did lose the game versus the LA Rams, but it wasn't because of their defensive front. The defensive line held their own. They were eating up blocks, and they let Bobby Wagner have 18 tackles on Sunday versus the LA Rams. That is almost unheard of in the NFL. But when a linebacker is able to get 15, 18, 20, 30 tackles in a game, the defensive line is doing their job, and he's letting them run free. Me as a linebacker, my best friend was my nose guard. I never had a center on me ever because he ate that up, and I was able to run free, and 40 tackles in a game was not unheard of for your boy Buck Nasty. And they also only gave up 92 yards in a game. So the defensive line needs to continue to play great. So they need to strike early, 10, 17 points in the first quarter, shut the Detroit Lions out, get some rhythm on offense if they're able to strike early. Obviously, they're going to have some rhythm on the offense. You would hope so, unless they're all special teams and defensive scores. And the defensive line needs to continue to play great. Those are three ways I think the Seahawks